Hey Jacob, just to let you know, I downloaded the 5.0 update, and I'm not sure if it is 5.0 because the folder was still labeled 4.0019, and when I started the game up, it said it was last updated in January of 2026. So I'm not sure if this is the right one or not. Anyway, dear folks, it's time for Operation Fiend's Call in the heart of Germany itself. Our mission. Well, according to the information we received, the Germans are developing a new rocket weapon, the V2 rocket. Our task is to penetrate the underground factory and destroy it. This action is only for the men who have courage. We're going to get into the main hall of this complex by pretending that we are attacking it. I'm not sure how that applies to what we're actually going to happen. Like, is that after Steiner turns on the alarm? Is that when we're supposedly pretending to attack it? I'm not sure. We're going to be wearing German uniforms, and we will have to capture a German officer who will take us there. So, they managed to capture some footage of this new weapon at launch. Let's see what it says.
Bitte verlassen Sie die Startzone. Start in 3, 2,
Wow. Imagine German technology mixed with the Manhattan Project. If only they had nukes, they could attach them to these rockets and be very formidable indeed. Mission Fire Portal, Germany. 1943. First, we're going to attract their attention by attacking the Abwehr's deciphering center. This attack is swift and effective. We must get away very quickly. You know what's ironic about this mission is that we're going to be crippling a group that's technically on our side. This is the, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Abwehr, German intelligence. German intelligence was actually deliberately, they were very anti-Adolf and very anti-National Socialist. They deliberately gave Adolf bad information, and they deliberately, accidentally, kept sending spies over to Britain who were defectors. Adolf eventually caught wind of it and executed a few people and dissolved the entire organization. So it's kind of weird that we're attacking what is essentially our own side. Oh well. Jacob, if you know more about this than I do, please let us all know down in the comments below. Thank you. Alright, we're mailing these home. I'm mailing that to my friend George Lucas. Alright, what do we got? I know a friend of mine, what's his name? Lee Harvey Oswald, I think his name is. He's a little boy. I'm sending him this rifle. A rare submachine gun, so it must be sent back to the lines. Yeah, should be. And I'll probably get more later on.
Primary goal, to destroy archives kept in the building. Secondary goal, to free captured Allied soldiers. These are enemy headquarters where Allied secret codes are being broken. Captured Allied soldiers are held in cells located in the basement of the building. The soldiers are subjected to inhuman torture in order to make them cooperate and disclose secrets. Researchers occupy the entire chateau. Besides that, guards' quarters are located on the first floor and the caretaker's flat. The archives are placed at various points around the building. The largest one is in the loft. The grounds are patrolled by guards. But due to the time of day, there may be other soldiers there, particularly in the park. We shall start the mission here.
How do
We
get
have to get unobserved to the basement of the building, where we free the captured soldiers as quickly as possible. We have to utilize fully the advantage of surprise during our movements inside the building. We would be doomed should the enemy get any chance to consolidate their defenses. Don't forget to provide cover for escaping prisoners and their departure in the truck parked in front of the entrance. We complete the mission by destroying the archives using a timed bomb, and we drive off in a passenger car.
I had a thought. Oh yeah, I'd like to what's the word? Amend. I'd like to amend what I said earlier. I cannot remember if the video or not was written by AI or spoken by AI. Apparently, there's a guy who made a whole video exposing how a lot of our history videos on YouTube have been completely falsified because both the script and the narration are done by AI. So apparently, these lazy, no good a-holes are warping our history by basically turning everything into bullshit. So, make of it what you will. I guess I'm not as even as I thought it was. No matter. Damn it. Not what I wanted to do. Alright. No snipers yet. We don't need them. Better to save the ammo. I've asked this a million times and I shall ask it again. How did we end up here? You cannot climb over nor squeeze through this hedge. And even if we did climb, then why did we not just approach from a different angle? And don't tell me that we all managed to accurately parachute in this one tiny little area. That's way too far-fetched. Yep. Oh, and Jacob, I hope you're paying attention. There's a very important suggestion I have. I'm not sure if I've told it to you before, so I'll tell you in a bit. I'll tell you later. Oh, I may as well tell you now because I probably got your suspense up. Let's see. Go up here. And I do believe it's this room right here. There's a guy, a medium ranking officer, just standing here behind a desk, and he's got a phone that is ringing. It's ringing right now, and he never answers it. It's just, a soundtrack thing in the background. But I wonder, how about you? Oh man, how about this is just a suggestion. Make it mandatory that we use stealth weapons, and if we're spotted and somebody starts shooting loud weapons, you have the game cut to this officer here, and we see him, throw in some scripted dialogue or something in German, something from a movie or anything, and have the phone ringing. Or maybe that dialogue from Hidden Dangers 2, when the officer calls for reinforcements on the phone if you spoil the element of surprise. Just a suggestion. Or perhaps you've done it already, and I didn't know. gun is too bright. It is hardly way. I don't think I saw a body fall there. I did hear someone walking. I think I hear faint footsteps to the left somewhere. Now's a good chance to take a leak on these flowers. Well, don't matter because no alarm's gonna get raised. And that right there would have, you know, we immediately cut to the guy on in the phone, and mission failed. Hey, what's your name? The guy with the astronaut for a logo for an avatar. Yeah. See, I have a 95% shooter, so it makes sense for the bolts to be slightly guided towards the enemy. I aimed above his head, and the bullet went right for his head, in order to ensure that he lives up to his reputation of being a perfect crack shot. Well. Are they investigating the bodies, or are they, I mean, like, are they programmed to investigate the bodies, or is it the noise? And were they the ones who opened this door? Just asking for a friend. Yeah, the helmet camo would have been better with this grass.
Follow me!
Of course, I don't know how to suggest being able to thwart the guy on the phone from calling for reinforcements because, well, there's no, as far as I know, there's no way to cut the wire in this game. So perhaps install a power generator like in the train station, or some other means of destroying all communication. I know there's no destroyed model for power poles, for power lines.
Stop!
You seriously died to that guy, Ape? Come on, shame on you. For some reason, there used to be a trio of officers staying there, one high-ranking and two medium-ranking. Good thing these guys are still asleep and not all rushing out. Moving to consolidate their defenses, as the instructions say. Typewriters because it's midnight. Queen Elizabeth? Is that her? Saved it at the wrong time, I did. He could have easily gotten killed himself.
Der Feind!
I hear water dripping. And I was right. This is the phone. in my head canon, shall we say, I like to pretend that this is the reason why Steiner's house is under full alert, because somebody's trying to make a call to this place and nobody's answering, so somebody sends someone over to investigate, and they find that all these bodies in destroyed archives, a badly damaged building, and dead bodies. There's no way to make someone sleep, like in Hidden Agers 2. However, certain missions, the enemy completely doesn't respond because they're supposed to be, the game, they're programmed in the game to pretend they're drunk. So no matter how many times you shoot near them, they don't respond. My leg, indeed. And, what you call it? I completely lost my train of thought again. First Luger of the game. Although there's going to have to be a way to prevent this guy from setting off the alarm himself by shooting the hostage. And the blood splatters in the wrong area. Do you remember that mission, that add-on mission, Jacob? That's got the Greek partisans all over the place. It's an island, and we're supposed to look for an intelligence officer who crash-landed there. And of course we find his body, and it's been wrapped around a chair like this one, and a knife plunged into his chest. I'm wondering if you can do the same thing with this guy. Spot his body here, still tied to the chair. Just so that his body isn't random. Anyway. Good thing these doors don't automatically close. I always hated certain missions for doing that. Anyway, yeah, in the final days of World War II, lots of Germans just got totally shit-faced and weren't responding at all. So it's impossible to steal their uniforms. No matter how many times you shoot a loud gun near them, they don't respond, and so you can't take their uniforms. Anyway, see, Jacob, it's an uncensored version of the game, so the Jeep is probably an inadequate copy or something. Ooh, archives. That's a curiosity. And I think I just saved it, which means I wasted that dynamite. Oh well. Still intact. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Am I heading the right direction for the balcony? No, the other side. Break on through to the other side. Oh well, no young Fräulein naked in the tub. But then again, it's just past midnight, I think. She'd be in bed. Yeah, they said there'd be guys housing here, but nobody. The instructions were a bit misleading. In the master bedroom. This feels like Reaver's room in Fable 3. reminds me. Need to go secure the front. That giant moon is not providing much light. We should be better at night combat than these Germans. Hold shift to under toss. Well, to toss. The guy actually came after me. Just keep the pistol in your holster and don't put it down your pant leg, or you can accidentally shoot yourself fatally, like that poor 101st Airborne guy did. His prize pistol, and killed by the prize he coveted so much. The irony was just sickening. And damn it. Crap. I don't think I have enough dynamite to blow this thing. Boy, I sure hope grenades will work. No. I'm going to continue with the mission anyway instead of aborting because I think I might be able to salvage this mission. Good choice of music. Not him. I'm gonna open the door. Yay. whatever's in there will never be able to come out. Huh. Fitting a fire extinguisher. Considering what's going to happen to this room. You know, just so that doesn't happen again. Ah, what the hell. The next mission has plenty. I hear a whirl sound. I don't just hear the tick-tock anymore of the dynamite. Got lost again. Just go out there. I'm so glad they automatically attack. Was that you were doing, Jacob, or did the game edit it? Because in the original game, you tell someone to move, and they're only going to well, move forward and disregard any danger they encounter along the way. You have to order them to attack, which much to our surprise, instead of them actually shooting in the direction they were ordered to attack, they actually ran and would not stop running until they got to point blank wherever the enemy was, risking getting killed. It was weird. Anyway.
England!
Being super suspicious that the body was there. How did you do it, Jacob? Making the enemies respond instead of ignoring corpses. The way that door opened made me think he kicked it open. In the old game, it was extremely unwise to order them all to follow you at the same time.
Follow me!
Because they would clip through and accidentally cause one to fall into the abyss.
Follow me!
There was even one time where one stopped moving, and my dad didn't understand why he stopped moving. Then he selected a different guy, and then the guy he left automatically started shooting at someone who had clipped through the ceiling. So apparently the hostage was being held hostage again. Kind of weird. You fellows. It's too bad they don't automatically pick up weapons. Well, there was a way to make them pick up weapons. I wonder, the enemy only patrols in an L from here to here to here to here. They never actually see the prisoners. Suppose it was possible that they spawn with weapons, but of course they can't leave because they're locked behind those doors. I don't know. Or perhaps they're just too wounded to carry weapons.
England!
Oh, where these guys come from?
Stop!
Like, when did they open their door and whatnot. Another washroom with leaky faucets. I heard somebody else in here. I used to always push it to the maximum of 90 seconds because I was too afraid of how big the explosion was going to be. Huh, maybe it was just the hostages.
Follow me!
Okay, so he's supposed to be kneeling. I'll pretend that he is.
Stop! Follow me!
Dumbass, come on, man. Why is this car running on fumes? Oh yeah, the one that was dead by the officer. That's the one hostage. Anyway, Jacob, yeah, I hope you take my suggestions into consideration. You know what would be funny, and I think I brought this up before, that only the soldiers whose uniforms correspond with what the campaign's going to have would be available for that particular campaign. For example, Jerry here would only be available for the missions of Norway and the Ardennes, and the green guy for the green uniform, and this guy for the ocean and the Prague missions. wouldn't that be weird? Anyway, it's late. It's 1:28 a.m. I gotta turn in. Y'all have a good day.